Raise on this map and had Dante.
Okay, let's see. We're at a 2-0. Oh my. We're at a 2-0 for pistol. And get a sheriff out on a Viper.
Yeah. And again, on the attack side is where that deadlock is going to be its strongest.
Contact
retakes almost impossible for the defense.
Into Gravnet.
The interesting thing about the defense, and you know, Jen had kind of mentioned this a little bit, is that the deadlock didn't find as much value.
They'd done the homework. They knew about it.
Silence was pushing them all over the map, and a lot of it came by way of winning out showers. You talked about that a ton, is that they were just allowing things to come through. And for a second, I thought that was
some
going to
really
be
nice
enough for
shots.
Galorys to get free entry to A. Not the case. Long flank is here already.
Double flank.
But Sato's able to finish off Nico Machine.
Okay, I've seen enough. Give me third map.
Great job, Galorys.
I've decided already, man.
And a great recovery
We're going
there
third map.
as well. Yeah, again, like the deadlock util, she is a sentinel. But on the defense side,
I mean, they won previous map without pistols. Maybe they just
passive. Like you have to
but they've done their homework for this, man. This guy here, as soon as he saw this, they knew what was happening in showers.
he knew the entire setup.
The deadlock stuff is too one-dimensional. They don't have anything new. And
yeah, kind of reflecting back on that two-game game in particular, that's not awkward to say. It came down to a point where Adversa was trying to stack all their utility inside the middle, whether it be in hookah or over towards a mid, and there was a lot of freedom given over to two-game through showers. In particular, Silence was earning all of that, and it's going to be one of those things that I think all nets are going to take and say, okay, we need to make sure we're at least putting some presence over towards showers. We can't let it happen for free. But it just also, again, it comes to a point of Silence was unstoppable. Are we going to see the same thing from Dante here? You know, are we going to see the same thing on the other side with Sato? You know, are these raises going to take over, or will this match be determined by the deadlock?
Third kill for the show now. So far, very
who gets all of the ecos?
Position there in hookah. He was visible to Sato before he walked in. I think he probably didn't want to be so wide if they were trying to stack.
Like they're reading it well against the.
But all of a sudden, that plan went south pretty quickly. Nico was like hiding
against
in the corner
the
with Shorty.
deadlock.
Now he has to try and find a way out of
I think they know how they play.
More likely, they just stay here, play for exits, and die to the spike.
Yeah, that's likely going to be the case, unless Sabando. Well, down you go. Does he expect the second? No. Maybe he finds two.
Yeah, and Gecko needs to go get this gun now instead of hunting.
And you're absolutely right. This will be a back off for Galorys towards their spawn. Spike will be the.
Yeah, they keep the 4 bulldogs though.
And now
we're gonna see a really good bonus
for all nights on this defense. Like you're absolutely right. You know, Adverso outside of the sentry turrets is just going to be placing things in reactionary form, and often he would get caught in the spot where it's like, I don't know if we did the barrier mesh, I'm just going to throw it, and then two-game would wait for it to dissipate and then just run through it again. It's just, you have to have more than just the barrier mesh being tossed to control space in this map.
Yeah, maybe you can throw it midway through and execute, but you have to expose yourself to some degree.
Correct, yeah.
It might be done sometimes on like Lotus, you know, like on the seaside of Lotus. Like, as people are coming in, you can sort of split them up, but you know, you're playing against a raise as well. So Sato obviously has
first big buy round with the deadlock.
If he wants to make a fast play. AK have guns in hand now. This is where it gets real.
Now Solo Smoke plays fast contact in hookah.
Yeah. So 3 players
the place where you're most likely to hit because you got no Viper wall.
Early idea. Sure, the cyber cage is just a mere inconvenience, but the spy cam being placed to watch through showers allows them to stack at halls like this around the barrier mesh, the other cyber trap, and potentially things like barrier mesh and things of the nature like that. So there's a lot of opportunity to help out Adverso to be a true sentinel because of how this utility is placed, and then flip side, that allows all knights to also stack a little bit more heavily on this B site. Which
Come on, my solo Brim's a lunatic.
Sabano's still able to post up here. There is a double.
My solo Brim is an absolute lunatic.
Yeah,
this is gonna be a swift bind.
It's been a little bit dodgy for all knights. And again, even against 2G, they only managed 3 defense-sided rounds, and it had to be a
give the
very
spike to
one-sided
raise
offense side to win the match.
Yeah.
We have to see that run back. I hate that again from them here.
Yeah, it's the thing that's, I think, particularly difficult about this composition for All Knights is that they don't have the ability to proactively find information outside of what Nico wants to throw out, which you don't want to waste your flashes to find information from the defense. You want those for your retake. We're on the other side, having the Gecko, having the
Dude, he gets a hunt, yeah, he's already hunting.
To find, find their info so much more often. And that's relating to All Knights now having to throw shoulders, look just for information off of contact rather than being able to use good utility. So
anything that happens to him is good, even if it dies without killing the guy.
Purely reactionary.
The raise?
But you kind of have to in a certain way if you're not winning these opening 1v1 contact battles.
They found my wire.
There's no reason why All Knights can't win those. But like you said, they have less ability to get information in contested zones. Sato here shows a little bit of leg and the barrel of the gun.
They go against the eco, they got Razor, they can keep this one clean with it.
And so Galorys deal with that first buy round from AK. Pretty sequentially, pretty slowly.
It just worries me so much when my first big buy round, I have my solo Brim playing in the weakest spot in the whole map, like a lunatic.
Contact play in hookah, contact play at A mid, contact play over towards the outside of A showers. That's everything. There's no way for them to actually utilize information gathering tools because they don't have any. I mean, unless they start to get aggressive to where you bury your mesh early, you try to take away a spot like showers, and then you can start to spend things like a Trailblazer.
Vansili, what's up, bro? How we doing?
Out information through mid, whether that be at sewers or down A main. So lots of issues, but in this round, you don't expect there to be too much action. Prowler will scout at least one, if not both players out, and there's going to be an opportunity to try to isolate for Galorys.
And the right's going to shoot this. And then you're shooting it early, so it's obvious. Ooh, I like this, I like this.
Oh my goodness, it's messy. Nika Machines are going to have to flash them out. Orango, the only player to find a kill there, and that's a couple of guns recovered, surely. Tinch for the Vandal, Sabanda with one as well. And all of a sudden, Galorys have to head back to A.
Yeah, this was
what
cool.
a crunch through the TP.
Yeah, love it. And some of that is look at the deep trap.
I don't like the gamble.
Look at the sensor
I think
over
that
towards
looks
A
pretty
showers.
fine
It allows them a chance.
They get early info with the camera, though.
Members. I mean, it's
not
a
too
great
bad.
idea. I think in particular there was maybe a little bit too much.
And then
finesse going
worst
on for
case,
Galorys,
what
saying, like,
happens
maybe
is
we'll get a peek for someone with a
you can just
sheriff
push
inside of
behind
hookah,
and get the guns.
But now all of a sudden, shoes on the other foot. 4v3. Two weapons have been collected.
Solid
Spycam will scout out that this is going to be a
Okay,
play.
you guys know they take sight. You can push behind and get the guns.
All Knights have a player advantage, but still have to play retake here. Galorys having not cleared any of this site. Luxo stepping up to do it now, putting a poison orb in the way. This is going to be frustrating for the defenders. They have no one crossed yet. They're going to come straight out of it. Luxo flash, and Nico takes him down with a sheriff. Only one left here. That's Irongo. Having to try and hold out in the open. So far, not so bad.
3 bullets. 1 bullet. 1 bullet. Oh, no. Wow, 5 HP. Did he stay alive for so long?
Help away from doing the dirty. But Sabando weathers the storm.
Oh man, he went back in with the 1 bullet because the ult was on top of him. That was pretty cool.
Under his foot and crushes
Oh, that was close.
The first 3 are impressive. He has
This was a cool play with the deadlock, though. I like this.
If he made that decision a split second earlier, he probably wins this. Because he gets Sabando down to 5, like you mentioned. Orbital Strike is dodged. You also have the Thrash. He just runs out of ammunition and just takes a little bit too long to swap to the pistol. Otherwise, he wins that 1v4. I mean, flat out. So, a moment of reprieve for All Knights, if only just barely, considering how the start had happened.
Both maps,
The crunch play was perfect. The weapon collection looked like it was going to be smooth sailing, but now you're on light armors.
Oh, we go for the fast one. Got 4 people here, though. 4 people that are ready. Go. And then they're going to think there's 2 people on site, but there's 3.
Whatever this is, we're about to find out. HL on the fallback here, Molly behind Dante. He's committed to the site now, and in comes Sato. Headbutts a bullet from Nico Machine, but Luxo is the
Oh my god, lunatic.
and gets in there. Tincho, I think he was trying to come out of the back B, out of spawn direction, just immolates himself. Okay.
That was the thing that just happened.
Well,
and here's another thing.
No, there's 0. Yeah, we pretty much had 4 people on site here.
Here's another thing about
it almost felt like, well, didn't almost feel like they knew this was coming.
We've got a Cypher,
They
we've got
just
Deadlock. That's hard stuff to get through. But when you're reacting,
I mean, at least I think they knew this was coming.
When the execute comes, it's coming immediately on the site in the first place. Like, it's not like they're going to be leaning B.
The first guy got
on the site.
Spammed.
You have to hope that you
first guy, and this molly means that this guy can't get traded. Then there's 3 and you're all on the site.
Was that they were giving up so much of the outside of
4th
the map
guy
that
runs
they
in
never
for the
had a
molly.
chance. And that's happening again. You know, they're trying to get Adverso a little bit more presence in towards Showers, which I can appreciate.
It's a nice
They
hit.
don't have the ability.
I mean, it's literally
to try to get
Gecko
with just
or
one
Razor.
player in
It's a
Hookah.
nightmare.
There needs to be a second. There's just so many ways that Galorys could break down this map.
MAT, yeah, lower bracket.
Second initiator and having the Viper who can control space with just the simple poison walls that they put up. So it's just, it's difficult to make this composition work defensively. I was hoping to see some adjustments, but honestly just kind of feels like the same thing from a couple of days ago.
Yeah, struggles on the defense side here for All Night in general. That one broke down into a little bit of a mess. But Galorys really know how to find some pace when they have to.
Eco rounds.
Here again, they look to contest Showers, but it's not going to be a fast hit. So the Sonic Sensor, not sure where this is to find value. Let's see.
Well, the thing that's going to be here is the fact that Dante is watching this angle with Adverso, a little back and forth setup, plus the grab down Paint Shells combo, but that doesn't fully work out. Paint Shells forces the engagement, and it should have been one that.
Yeah, I mean they missed that grab net. Man, these guys are not good at this map.
That's where it just becomes a bit inexcusable in terms of the setup. You've got a double focus at B long, a double focus at A Showers, which is exactly what you
do the
want.
stuff they're doing. Why don't they just like camera? I guess maybe it's too much util. Like use a camera to get the info. Because the camera to get the info here would mean that the grab net can be in a position where you can throw it over. And then you can always make sure that the nade is good as well.
And the problem with
whereas like this guy's jiggling and then he always misses his lineup.
That round should have been winnable. Should have been a win round, I think, just based on the fact
that
he
doesn't get a good angle to throw the nade.
To throw it.
Anyone who's ever played against it
because in theory there you should always throw it through the
coordination between the graph net and the paint shells.
I don't even know how to describe it. Like through the top of it.
Miscoordinated. It turns into
if this is the doorway here.
A double swing over towards the backside at B long. It's set up initially by a Sky Smoke plus a trap wire. They double peek B long. They lose both fights at range.
Basically, you should be going up through the top of the roof.
Is that All Nights are going to say,
yeah, there's like some wooden things.
Yeah, it's like
need to be forcing these players
it's like
this. Where the Sonic
but this bit
and things like Molly's can slow down plays, but they're not winning on the outside, and now this becomes a
his lineup
issue that they have to try to find a way to
be going through this instead of to the left, and then it can bounce off and then go down, and then it gets deeper. But then before that, they need a camera contact.
Being in a massive deficit heading into the second half, and also basically forcing the pistol to be a must-win. Always nerve-wracking.
True.
Against the best pistol team so far in Ascension.
Yep.
I don't want to be there.
Yeah, 66.6% win rate for them. Casual.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
2 out of 3. It's a good ratio. Have to win this one. This is a must win. It's gonna be curious because look at the setup. They've now
Avengers comp's so weird, man.
Now they're gonna have to play
to be doing this comp, I would non-stop be doing trap plays.
But the setup for Galorys is we've got.
Yeah, I've never seen anyone on defense do an actual proper trap play. It's always half-assed.
Is going to walk into a trap wire. So that'll definitely give Galorys a little bit of
heads up
about what is to come. All this util stacked on the A side. Definitely a feature of the double sentinel composition. And Galorys do need to find a way to start to clear this.
And I just don't love that the spy cam is going to read that, hey, there's a player in Showers, but Showers going to say, okay, so what? That's not going to change anything. The barrier mesh is already down in Hookah.
This is a nice time Skydog though. Skydog over towards long, clears everything, keep the 3 here.
But he has to play through heaven, and these players on site are isolated by the Viper wall.
A great trade.
He's one. Better than he's had in half these rounds in fairness, but they definitely need more. He comes to hit properly for Galorys. Now Team Shot got to be knocked aside briefly by the satchel.
It's a great spam.
There was smoke there. I'm certain of it. Spike is planted now, but that neural theft is doing a heck of a lot of work.
To protect his
trying to move in between
yeah, for sure.
Try and stay mobile. Stay unpredictable. Here come the angry cabbages. Seekers came out now. All Night still playing with 4 players here and ends up just being a straight trade into that one.
Oh, wow, we really...
Spends it here.
And we didn't peek off of it, but we used the fact that they can't hear the sound. It was cool.
Jump peek though reveals him. Now
Oh, I liked it though. It was cool.
The only thing I don't like is that he walked.
He walked, he hesitated.
He could have run.
Yeah. It was like a really cool play because they thought that he was going to swing off the damage, and then he runs, and then it's like sick, but then he starts walking here. But it's like if you carried on running,
And then he loses
catch him
his
up.
timing. He would get at least one looking you
I
hostile.
just don't love the fact that AK are giving away space on the outside.
Like the original
map.
plan was
I
there,
mean,
he just kind of bottled it a
effectively,
little
the
bit.
Sky hasn't done much. I mean, there hasn't been an opportunity for forward map progression to come their way. The Trailblazers, the guiding lights, haven't been
and
available
they must just do this every time they have
retakes.
fish short.
Like this is just
Like,
a
it's
play coming through here.
The
It's just
same
the-
way he.
It's just the same strat, yeah. That's why there were 4 people here earlier.
This could be really punishing.
But they're 100% in terms of winning these fish shorts, no doubt about it.
Here, so All Knights had to give that up and play back to the side. I think they would have loved to have double stack at top B.
Scout destroyed.
Well, no, that has been denied them. Trailblazer sees very little.
Oh, we netted ourselves.
Maybe they're hoping to catch something there, but Sato just, well, he sits there and lets his end come to him. Ultimates here for Galorys, plenty of them to use. Maybe a thrash to salvage this. Harango's in a bit of a dangerous
Oh,
spot,
this
though.
is a
And
great.
they walk into his line outside. Perfect setup. Savannah's able to salvage for now. Orbital of his own, but he's low. And Lucio was able to pick him up and sleep away. Slink away into elbow. What could Verso do there?
That Brim ult was great on God.
1v3. Inside the poison orb, up and up that coat. Look at the setup here. We're going to have player checking for the wrap. 2 sat in Octagon here, and Tinchoff. Well, here's a Guardian. Here's a Guardian in light armor.
Yeah, good luck, have fun. I think that's what we say in these moments.
Ooh, I mean, that's a
Bam.
nice
How about
shot.
that one for you? How about them apples, Luke Show? Nice headshot for Tinchoff, but now there's still another player here to clear.
Oh, my.
Evil kick. What was that?
Hey.
Make it 2. Now it's up to
Nice
Rook.
try.
Swing this.
That's
Yeah, that was a very
great
nice
try.
try. It was a really good try.
Denied his sweet release.
Man, it's
We'll
weird
put it in
because if
bed.
they know
Another
if they know
moment.
this is what they
That's
do
just
every
Sabano
time with
misplay right there. And the orbital strike is used perfectly in combination of Urango's
with a
position
Gecko,
over
oh.
Hookah. I think he was maybe in a
just-
position to where
I would
was he
love to see
trying
something a bit
pull
smarter
out
from
some
them coming out.
smokes, maybe hard to
Like
say,
you got a
but he
deadlock,
gives
you got
up the
someone
ledge
that
at
palmer
Hookah,
crouches
and
them.
as soon as Urango pushes up, the orbital strike
you
pushes
know
him
where
out
he's
of that octagon position. It
dog
leads
him
to a
from
very
every
easy
time,
double whenever it gets pushed through.
or fish him from every
Trying
time.
to recover with an orbital strike of his own, but it just felt like a misplay.
This
to give
breach ult
away
to push
that
him out.
much
Sorry, this
space
brim
at
ult to
Hookah,
push him out
knowing
was
that
nice
you've got
though. I'll give
players
him that.
stuck over towards the backside of the octagon. So a small miscue there. May have been because he was placing smoke. Hard to say. But now we're back to pistols.
TP
all of a
crunch.
sudden.
Yeah, that's what I mean. If they did that
Once more
TP crunch
in trouble
earlier,
here on their defense.
like that when he's doing the fish ult would be
Barry
good.
Mesh is used over
Or you got,
showers here, so
dude, you
that's
got a
gonna deny
brim
that.
or a raise. I would even be
For
fine
now.
with just a raise
At least
nade to
means that
just
All
do
Knights don't
damage
need
to
worry
these.
about getting wrapped on. Also,
It's
just
out of
getting
the
completely
fish.
unraveled in whatever trap play to try and make happen towards that. But Galorys have made their way all the way up to the top of B-Long here. And look at the weapons for All Knights. Pretty dodgy stuff.
Yeah.
Bargain bin arsenal for the defenders.
God, why are we not giving Tinchoff a sheriff? Do we not remember what he did in map 1? Like, I feel like that seems like a pretty guaranteed at least one. He's hitting.
Yeah, Cypher players don't get to talk. They don't get to play. They buy gun for
It's cool, man. It's actually
Cool's
pulled a
got
rotate
Overbomb.
over as well. It actually
That's
put
very
people
true.
out of position over towards it.
Sensors are going to be active here.
One pass from fake. Nice shot.
Brilliant first. You still have
Nice shot.
Annihilation.
Wow, you're a
Oh,
talent.
Dante
Fair play.
connects again. Maybe a chance for the Annihilation to be pulled here if they can get good intel.
30
But
seconds.
Rango's already pushed
Oh,
up so
oh,
high on the side.
man.
Wow, he is playing aim.
Everyone's a beast.
Verso too late to the punch here. Stinger. I think he knows what to do with this. Take it and stick it
Damn.
back in his pocket.
Everyone's
Not
actually a
using this
beast, man. This guy's really
Got
good.
the Tinchoff here. Command denied. Sheriff. Below econ.
You said this guy's the
What's up?
IGL? Urango?
Yeah.
Drag
Really?
him down.
Yeah,
Galorys
yeah.
post their 7th here heading into round 10. All Knights not known for their defense on this map. That much is for sure. But they really need a bit of a buffer here.
I always liked him as a
And
player.
It's again
Like,
the frustrating part
skill-wise,
about this is it's the
with skill
same
usage
problems
and
that
all
they
of it.
faced versus 2-game from earlier this last
he
weekend.
picked up IGL
It's too
mid-season,
much space on the
Right.
outsides of the
and
map.
the team
And when the
improved.
Viper's
The
involved,
team
if
simply
you're
improved.
giving off the outsides of the map,
They were
Viper can then just throw up
their
the
split
toxic wall,
one
and then you've got
performance
control,
was
at least to be able to
pretty poor.
separate the attention through mid.
Like,
And he's a
Really
young
just
dude.
too
He's
many
19.
things that
Dude, this guy
Galorys
gets
can
picked
play.
up no matter what,
The
right?
spy cam setup is just not enough. The sonic sensors have really not been a factor.
I hope so.
And now
This
Prowler's
guy
gonna
will be in
scope this
tier-
out,
tier
and
one.
Verso is gonna have to make decisions on how he wants to use his utility to hold on to Hookah, while the rest of the team over towards A is just hoping that trap wires are enough to hold the mid and they can just play a crossfire towards showers.
Catalan FPS, thank you so much for the 8 months. Thank you. Kind of just got outplayed, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. They got outplayed a little bit.
Dante here, positioned to turn a flash.
You see him.
The
The aim on the server right now is absolutely stacked, though.
You have to turn away from them, maybe not to show your elbow. Either way, Luxio's seen that many times before, apparently. Very slow Prowler.
Oh, you're dead.
Most of his game killing pets.
They're just way better on this map.
Great util usage, so Galorys really just force themselves onto this A site. Put All Knights in a full retake scenario here, and oh, it's ugly. They got really don't have the util to make this happen. The weaponry either, and they say no. Adverso, incredible on the first map. Haven, no kills yet.
Yeah, it's just the deadlock.
Yeah, they got nothing with the deadlock at the moment. Got a couple assists for the GravNet TP play that they did, but other than that, it's just been nothing.
That's literally the only impact it had.
There's that, yeah.
Not on a POV, only on the minimap. Yeah.
Down and out.
So
Not
it's
even
just
the
like
walls.
it's one of
I
those
haven't seen
situations where it's just
anyone
the
break a
deadlock
wall.
value is null. The one time they had a good setup for it was the raised deadlock combo towards showers. They just lost their gunfights and they didn't coordinate their abilities well. Like, I want to see more of that because we really haven't even seen Dante do anything either. It's just been a quiet game for both of them. I mean, 0-8, of course, that's not good. But Dante, who was the X factor in map number 1, hasn't really provided much utility or presence here on the defensive side either. I think they just need to lock in on what they're doing with this duo.
It takes a long time to integrate deadlock into your strategy. I mean, let's think back to like VCT Americas this year where it was Loud started playing deadlock on Lotus.
Dude, it just feels like when I watch deadlock, especially on this map, very rare the teams have thought about it on defense. The only thing it feels like is we got to play here and a play here through TPs.
Next time we saw them, it looked much better. Right?
On the board.
All right, well, okay.
Yeah, all they had to do was mention it. They just had to call them out. Crazy
That's
how much that
different.
happens.
Just a raw, flat out, fly out, double peek it, wide swing. For a second, I was like, why are we doing this? We've got the ability to lock down showers with the spy cam, but now they've got a barrier match to lock it down.
That's
they can
actually
take all the focus on
correct.
Bazooka.
That is
that's
actually
nice, bro.
Ooh,
hello.
Verso is in play and has found
All right.
It's a 1v3. He has ult.
His first 3 of the game. What a round to
They
find them.
can easily isolate
Now that
one.
Annihilation starts to look a little more tempting.
I just don't know if you
0
need it right
kills,
now, 3v2 with good presence over towards A.
An
They're gonna
ace?
try to bait out a pull with the fake plant, but they're gonna wait for Tinchoff here. And that should be hopefully enough to surround
Viper's
this
Pit,
post.
yeah.
Viper's Pit makes things difficult, and you may have to try to
Not a
Annihilation
good pit.
through this to see if you can blindly grab one.
No escape.
The range is pretty good at least. Okay, that GravNet is a long way.
Gonna be scared that he's just gonna ult this.
Ooh, nasty. He might be forced out of this pit. With only a shorty, he needs to be wary.
Probably
Started
gonna
with 2 kills here in this
spam.
round, waiting for Dante Deus to try and test this. No util left on any of the defenders
Okay.
here. Still a snake light for Luxio to work within the post plant, but Dante gets the better of Luxio. Here's Sato though.
Unreal.
4 kills in a round. Sato looking for the ace here. It's
Oh my God.
Tinchoff to try and
Oi, that was sick, bro. That was sick.
On sale on the black market. Beautiful ace from Sato.
Before the switch.
Just compounding the domination by Galorys in this round.
Filthy.
Oh, mate, that was impressive, man. That
took
I mean,
way
technically
too
his
long.
4th kill here
I
was
mean,
awesome.
Tinchoff is taking his sweet time clearing out hookah, which is fine.
Ace but not the
Viper's
person we
Pit
fought?
has a
Yeah,
chance
pretty
to try
much.
to isolate that, but if the whole play is to drop an Annihilation to block off part of the Viper's Pit and then hit from the other side with Dante,
A great
why are we
reset.
not doing that a bit sooner? Sato just stays away from it and just responds to whatever his teammates either don't pick up inside the Viper's Pit or whatever abilities he sees over the top. Now, I'm not going to dismiss the fact that that was an unbelievable ace and an incredulous individual clutch, but that just feels like another round where AK are just so apprehensive of what they want to do defensively, and now we're on the final of the half, which is a showstopper to play with.
Sambro deadlock all pretty good there. Absolutely brutal. Sato gets a hot foot here.
There.
Doesn't move up any further on the side. The barrier mesh is probably not going to be a factor for too much longer as Thrash goes hunting in vents and Dante.
Oh, that was unlucky. It was still pretty cool. Man, these guys are pretty good at this map, though. Like, as much as I hate most of the stuff from AK, yeah, where's that all come? As much as I don't like a lot of their stuff on defense, like, they had some really cool util stuff on attack. It's like a good mix of some of the G2 stuff, some of the 100 Thieves stuff.
What we saw from against 2G.
Nice.
That's the round that they win? Like, what are we talking
Switching
about?
sides.
It's just, it almost feels
Okay,
like a
can
round
they
where all
win a
Knights
pistol, though?
are like, we just gotta hope and pray here. And at the
Yeah,
same point,
maybe.
you also have
Probably not.
Galorys just kind of, you know, slamming the gas and just lets us go. Like that's play one of the playbook of we're just better. Let's just go hill W and
They come back on
and
attack.
click.
Yeah,
But
probably. But you just know what they're
some
going to be
weirdness
doing.
there. That's the third
They're going to be
round that
doing
they
the
win.
Gravned that
And
goes over
for what it's
towards
worth, you know,
long,
again,
and
you
then
gotta
they
go
try
back to what
and
had
kill
happened when
people
they
that go
played this
long,
map
so you can't
before.
fight long.
Versus 2 game, it was a 9-3 half.
Like, surely
and then
this
they
stuff
bounced
doesn't
back.
work
They only
still.
dropped their bonus round in the second half when they swapped to the offense. They won the pistol, won the anti-eco, lost the bonus, and then swept the floor from there.
Vansili, let's
So
be
there is
honest.
still an opportunity here where all
2G
Knights are
threw
saying,
some
trust our offense, we're
rounds
fine.
at the end
For
of that game,
Galorys,
like
you have to
really
know
badly
that
though.
anytime the spike gets planted, it essentially
Really
means
bad,
a
like
round lost.
2v5s.
You have to get good damage dealt early on the contests of these spike plants, because if otherwise, if the Cypher and the Deadlock are still alive in a post plant, the round's pretty much done, it feels like.
Only got 3 rounds and 1 13-10. I mean,
3
maybe.
rounds.
But I just know what they're doing.
For all Knights to run
They're
away
doing
with the
2.
game. I
They're
hate
gonna have
that
2
we're doing this shit, but
defaults.
I've got to talk about this
Yeah,
pistol.
1 default.
The start
Where
of,
you know the
this
gecko
game,
molly
it
that
was
went over
Luke
towards
Show,
long
just
from
strode
short, they're
into
gonna have that
showers.
one,
Correct.
and they're gonna have
Up
the
to the
same one
sheriff.
where it goes over towards showers.
They've got traded back pretty
And
heavily,
they
but
try
Safi
and
turns up and finds 3 of his
pinch
own
the
here. So
ball,
this
pinch
Galorys
or
team
keep the people in
so good
showers
at them.
and go over towards long once it
And it
hits.
almost makes me forget about what happened in the last map, which was
And then they're gonna have nothing else.
a bit of a violation of its
And I've never seen them play, but I
Yeah.
just know it's coming.
Which means that Galorys take this map, we go to Ascent for our decider.
Yeah. Abyss for our decider, I think, right?
Ah, did I say Ascent? Sorry, Abyss it is, yes.
Yeah.
It will be Abyss.
My memory isn't so good, so you had me second guessing myself. Yeah,
we're
Abyss.
good.
Abyss is the 3rd. Should be an interesting one if we do get there.
I mean, just, I'm thinking back to that like, TSM Galorys game, that really long overtime one where
Yep.
Safi was just going absolutely mental.
Yep. That was the thing that happened. I was there. I watched it. PC has the ability to do that sometimes.
Let's see, which one are we going
this
for?
feels like
Maybe something different on a pistol.
game, in a
Speaking of
way.
pistols, 3-0.
you have to have this pistol if you're all Knights.
Get him
And
wrecked.
again, the success story is get a plant. Keep your Deadlock alive.
5
I know
goals
Verso
on
did
the
not have a great
defenders,
first
and
half,
my Deadlock has a
but
share.
The Deadlock abilities
My
in
Deadlock
their
is a
own
sheriff.
win games.
And
What?
we once again invoke the deep magic of the 9-3 curse. So much.
I mean, the
hinges
wall's
on
good
this
on
round
pistol,
here.
but
All Knights are in no hurry.
a little bit crazy.
But there was a
Not
sky
wrong.
smoke there over towards showers, so this will be a slower
gonna
take
one-tap.
up of that position by Adverso, who's really
Where is
concerned
he?
about a
Going
push.
showers?
Yep. Well, because you also have the toxic screen there too. I mean, it's going to be difficult for all Knights to contest showers without spending utility, unless they wait for the sky smoke to fade and the toxic screen is down, and then you can try to vanilla peek it, which is what Adverso is
I mean,
trying
is
to
that
do here.
it's a Deadlock,
It's possible that they're
IGL,
trying to bait a shower punch
Sheriff
here out of Galorys and have
pistol.
Tinchoff watch the
Yeah,
cross.
and it's a classic. You
So
guys
Adverso might want
hit
to make
B,
a little
I'll take
more
all the space. I'll take all the
patterns here.
space on showers. I'll
I just
lurk
don't
on
think that-
showers.
yeah, you see Galorys take that risk now with no info about B
Yeah.
long.
They can at least TP
there's
and join
enough-
this guy
yeah, there's
back
enough
if they need
toxic
to.
integrity here for Luke Show to slow this down.
Yeah, I
drop
think
the
they're
wall, drop
testing
snake
Comes
bite,
a
how
big
many
Joe.
stop
people.
the entire play. But
There's my
try
sheriff.
to maybe teleport back over. Not gonna happen. At least not comfortably.
20
as Root fights
seconds,
for
this
a
many
point.
people
Showers
took
crunch.
TP.
Yeah.
That's not what that is.
Nay.
Still, they take the TP
Nah,
now,
this
get over towards the A
is
site.
done.
18 seconds left and counting
is it?
down. Savannah there finds a nice little angle to catch a flank play, but this is about to get messy. The spike, they need 4 seconds for it. Luke Show drops down,
One enemy
gets the
remaining.
literal drop
Done.
on
Oh,
two
nice
players.
shots.
My goodness, this guy is accurate.
down
But it's
A.
Savannah v Sato. Two incredible
Oh.
players over the course of this series.
Not a
With the
believer.
pistol round in the balance, and Sabando.
Whoa.
9 HP.
Oh my god, that
Sato
was
has
close.
birds of steel. He does not
That bullet
test
was like next to him.
Huge.
I wonder if he
It's devastating for
he
him.
doesn't take the
Absolutely
fight
devastating. You
because
called it perfectly.
he's
It's just
slow.
they're trying to see if they could bait out some sort of a rotation.
Or
over
no
and get the
pistols.
teleporter come back, but
Bro, the
1v1
Brazilian
lost.
team's
You know, that's just a moment
dominating the
where
pistols.
I know Adverso hasn't had the greatest of game. Don't mean to pile on, but you win that
Um,
1v1, you probably win the
Emilio
round.
won
Doesn't
the
happen.
last one, right?
And then the backup after that.
So it's
paint
like-
shells, Molly,
No, right?
Seas,
Oh, wait.
7-1.
everything thrown.
Yeah,
Just
7-1,
stalls
yeah.
it out to
The
be too
Brazilian
long.
teams.
And maybe if there's an extra second and a
Annihilation
half,
with
that
the
sky smoke
5
dissipates
months.
and
Thank you for
Sato
the
gets
tier 1,
revealed,
man.
Maybe you could take that 1v1, but
It's 7-1
Savannah just has
for
no
us.
idea where he's at.
Of course, bro. Thank
Finally.
you so much. And yeah, that's true. I didn't actually. I didn't put one and one together there. Petiso as well with the prime. Thank you with the 8 months. Thank you for doing that also, bro. Everything's going good though, mate. Thank you for that. Thank you for asking.
It doesn't get too much ground. It's just going to be that toxic screen thrown up, and hey, we're going to showers again, folks. Did you miss us, Rude?
Just
here's the thing.
orb
They're
collection
going to keep
for the
Dante
attack.
at B long. Thing is,
Yeah.
Galorys have taken
Not
mid-map
too
away,
bad.
so they're fine allowing showers to go because they can just contest it the same way that they had. Shoulder seen. Savando will get the information. He really wants to just get a one-tap here. Turn the tides. Sato feeling the battle. Takes him down to 70 HP. Now here comes the reflip back over to B. This will be a commitment on the B site.
Or what if, and stop me if you've heard this one before.
It's not going to happen.
They do have some A short presence. But if nothing gets going there,
30 seconds.
Almost would have to fold back. Okay.
30 seconds.
I try to press towards B. They're gonna go through the TP again.
The guy thought he was the fade. Guy thought the fade was in the other team.
We're out and off to the races. All Knights have to hit this side awful hard here, and instead they just get fed into the wood chipper.
Down A.
Nice shot.
Well, everybody, meet back on the venue. And
Wow.
that'll be that. Another All Knights
Give me a
attack
buy
round
rounds.
attempt. In shambles.
They are pretty good on
that's a moment where you
this
just, like,
curve. They play. I think they play Sova Gecko
The utility
with
is what's winning these rounds for
the
Galorys.
Ascent comp.
And I have to say, I love the
Wait,
way
they
that
used
they're
the
playing
full
with some
Sencom?
proactive utility, getting some space early.
The
and
Sage,
getting
right?
that double walk down
Ascent
through A
comp.
main.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Sencom. I thought you were talking about the Astro Omen for a sec there. I was going to get excited.
No, it's
That's kind of
Cypher,
I think on
Omen
paper,
Jet.
that's what you're looking for.
Yeah,
Deadlock
okay.
to do.
Sova Gecko.
Like, oh, the
Gecko.
play's coming through showers. Let me drop a
Yeah,
barrier
Gecko.
mesh. You're stopped.
Alright.
Like on paper, that's what you expect to
Alright,
see.
first big
Just
buy
has not
rounds.
been that way because,
What is it?
again,
Grav
the
net in
information
towards
brings
long,
the side of Galorys,
but they
they're
know
so
about
much
it, so
better
they go
attack.
aggro on
Again,
long.
receiver comps
Yeah,
run
that's cool.
so much freedom.
These guys
Good
will
trade
not
back
be able
keeps
to
us
win
4v4.
a bind playing like
Beautifully
this.
does this, by the way,
I'm
with the
really
level
They
down
won
to
confident.
away
the
from winning
trades
TSM.
to
They just
duelists
run
for
at you down B long.
smokes on attack. No smokes.
This time, no exception apparently. Adverso though.
Oh,
No way.
Okay, wow. Looks like Lassie got more than she bargained for there.
Enemy remaining.
Morongo gets chomped here, and Rude is found through the corner. So All Knights looking to pick up a consolation round
it's
here. or
this
maybe
guy though. This
begin a
guy's
run
been,
back. Who
he's
is
been
long?
playing pretty well.
It will be quite the climb, and now Luke Show
Tournament.
is in the position to ruin
The Raze
AK's
or Sky Up for
I
next
wouldn't
round's
put
pretty
it past
big
him.
no matter
He's
what.
shown that he can do this.
Obviously, they got to win this round though.
Uh-oh.
day. Okay.
Oh god, he knows.
Oh,
Oh,
Dante, great timing. You'd like
yeah,
to see that.
kind of.
Just as that snake
Took
bite
it
was
into
coming
his own
out,
hands
All
there,
Knights
actually
get their
swinging.
fourth round of the game in round 15.
Still though, that's damage.
Okay. But I got to see something, some sign of life here that, you know, if All Knights are going to keep trying to play around this.
For some reason, I think this
we're at
comp
B,
might not be
nowhere
it.
at A, nowhere at B,
It looks a
nowhere at
little
A.
bit
The thing about it is,
It looks a
with
little bit
this
worse than it
Viper
actually
wall,
is because of the double
the
pistol.
defense of Galorys just does not care
but
if you go between the teleporter because
It
they
just
can
has
pop
two
up the
good
wall whenever they feel
defaults.
they
Like
need
you
it.
saw it
You drop
here.
a
They
snake
threw
bite towards
the
B, drop a molly
they
towards A
throw
if
the
you feel
grav
like you
net
need
over
that,
towards long
and
to
it
make sure
just
people
stalls out the
fight
play
long.
convincingly. It's like the opposite.
like they're doing it
effect
again.
of what
Grav
was
net's
going
about
wrong
to
for
go
All
in on
Knights
this guy's
on
head.
defense. Now they've got no mid-map pressure. Good
Oh,
opener.
this guy
Luke
got
Show just
popped
trying to
before the
find
grav
something
net came
deep
in.
towards B long.
He had it
That's
land at
for
the
Nine
end.
Trailblazer to scout out with the boom bot.
And then you're
One
meant to just
Rude
fire over towards
got
long.
the judge, and you'll find at least some sort of a trade back to spamming through the smoke.
As the smoke clears, it's All Knights that player advantage. Map control, though, not something they have lots of, owing to that aggressive push up by Galorys. So they're going to have to start to clear that now. 1 minute, 7 seconds in the round. This here is
I've
a
got
little
your
bit of an
trail.
awful one for Galorys
good
this
ult.
round. If we're going to force them onto something that resembles a save. Seekers
One person heavy
no info to
fake.
be
I'm
gained
watching
from
these
that
two
here as
trying to work
Galorys
out where the
do
site
sniff
hit is.
out this impending approach from AK down A short.
Chart.
oh,
Shots. Bro, this guy's insane, man.
Check him down,
There is
PC.
no chance that this guy isn't in one of the
Nick
Brazilian
Garishing, how's
teams
your
next year.
Montclose feeling right now? Probably not great. Dizzy comes in. It's
Unless they
2-1
win the
face.
tournament, obviously.
This time he gets the horn.
and
though.
then he's on a Brazilian team. That's here.
Harango's been incredible this map. That
He
is
has been.
absurd.
Yeah, that's game.
You know what I mean.
I mean,
Has a
some sort of
little-
miracle, but Galorys have
little
done everything they needed to do to
VCT
stop this
they
deadlock
won.
defense with this. Don't let the spike go
He's the
down.
IGL.
Contest.
Bro, if I'm a...
Find
It depends
ways to
how
get
much
early
these guys are
information.
on. But like, if
And
you're loud and you
it's
just lost
it's
Sadak,
really frustrating for All Knights.
you just
seeing
get this
the
guy.
same essential problem occur round after round after round. And you got time out here. I mean, this is not.
Well,
at
you're
all
probably
been well
picking
constructed
apart
for
a
All Knights in terms
lot
how
of
they're
this
approaching
team,
the
to
map,
be
not
honest.
from the defensive side. And again, there's not a lot of lifeline
You not
here
just pick up
to create
these
some
three.
sort of a trend on the offensive side. So it's do or die.
Did all of them? Yeah,
Well,
depending
not
on
really, it's
how
do or
many
not
people
three,
are
but-
leaving.
But Galorys are not allowing there to be a post plant at all.
no, there's
like,
no
they are playing
plants.
in the prescribed
Yeah.
manner against the deadlock. The deadlock pick is completely useless this game. Adversa does very little on the defense side, can't set up the trap plays, fine. But when it comes to the offense side, you're supposed to be able to get the spike down, get a nice barrier mesh.
Okay,
force your
we
opponent to
got
build
8
the floor to make it
chances,
very obvious they're coming in
and
from the barrier mesh direction. None of that has happened. None. Dante here,
the old
having to
school,
catch him with that
dude, I'm
showstopper.
pretty sure this is what Fnatic used to do.
What?
What?
Some occasions, and yep, he's going to be good for the first one. Backs away with 50. The follow-up
He
gonna
gets
be there.
another.
Alonso finds two
This
in
guy's
the
aim
round.
is
Orbital strike, you're gonna be scared
insane.
for the most part, but Sato now is getting involved. Savando close angle with the stinger.
As if he chose to get out of there. Okay, we stay alive for a little bit. We got
A
7.
veteran, ex-Leviathan
Wild
player
stuff.
on that first roster is having to keep all Knights in the game.
Yeah. Here's the other thing that we haven't said yet, but I think is another kind of mentality shift that Galorys has brought into this defensive side is even if it costs us a 2-for-2 exchange, a 3-for-2 exchange, don't allow the post plant to be 4 or more players. We're fine trading out lives and then playing retake essentially if we have to in a 2v2, because then things like barrier mesh, if adverse was even still up, just
Showers
don't
one.
feel as effective.
Like I said, over
So
towards
that's the other
showers.
side of it. I feel like a lot of
Locks
teams who
them
play
in
against
showers,
comps
they
like
gotta
this
fight.
want to try to get super aggressive or stay super passive.
Oh, this one's nice.
has
They
been
do a
bit of
further
hybrid
one
approach.
because they have an ult in case you're
We'll be out
pushed
for a
into.
moment as the towards A is on the way. Rue
Wait,
trying to
this
hang on,
one's not
but
too bad though.
cannot
This
save
actually has a
Sato,
little
and
bit
that
more
might
thought
be enough
onto it.
for 4v2.
They do a further
Alright,
grab
they
net
can
because
play
they have an
together.
ult for showers. So if they're locked into
Ready for
showers, they
Rue to
can
step
just
up.
ult them. That's
Now
not too
Lucio,
bad.
if you
We
look
got
at the map
something.
here for
We got something
Galorys,
extra from
Spike
the
planted.
deadlock
save
comps
for
that
the
I've
next.
seen.
So all Knights in a position
That's
to make
nice.
this result a little more respectable.
Oh, that forced them down to Nico. It's a
And
good
the
round.
crowd are getting behind him again, want to keep that last remaining LATAM seed in the tournament. And look, in the grand scheme of things, they looked amazing on Haven. Heading to Abyss for the final map, that one is really anyone's game.
And I just kind of building off the point, you know, for All Knights, how do you counteract the ability to be countered by this kind of forward contest that Galorys is showing that they're primed to take? Hit him hard, hit him fast. I'm fine with that tempo change. Drop your trap wires to guard against the flank. You've got a spy cam through mid. Just flood them from both sides at the same time. You know, try to get value out of Nico's machine's utility because you're only breaching into one site. You're not trying to be cute by trying to move this Galorys defense around.
It's a gun
Just
upgrade in the
commit
TP.
through this defensive utility, whether it be things like a
The only
haunt
gun that's going into this
or
round,
a
I'm pretty
molly
sure.
or some sort of a snake bite. Like, just push through it. Just get your numbers. Take your 5v2 or 5v3 on site.
nice early
get
tack
the
balls as
spike
well.
planted,
Can do
and then when
something
you're
cool with the
dealing
eco,
3v2
the hero gun.
situation with your sentinel still up, then you've got a little bit more security in your post plant. I'm fine with that as well. It's just, it's different from what they did versus 2 game. And now Galorys will talk about, okay, if this continues to be the case, how do we deal with it? Because you don't want to get overwhelmed and just blitz that because you're trying to play through the outsides of the map a little bit more.
Over the overtimes in the group stage. I mean, maybe the third map will be close.
Maybe we do need to kind of use a little utility first to feel out where this hit might be coming from before we commit.
Damn, bro, where's the cameraman done this to
Really?
us?
What a generous king we stand. 6-round lead here for Galorys. And all they really need to do, honestly, is come across one of those rounds where they have enough of ultimates just to wash All Knights away.
Why do they keep showing it? I don't know, man. The cameraman's getting all over it, bro. He's up in there.
It'll be one of the more ridiculous
Crazy.
ones, that's for sure.
The guy's like, coach is
Tough decisions here.
speaking to his players.
Again,
Nah,
the
let's
pressure's
see
still
this
on.
guy.
Yeah,
For All
man.
Knights, obviously, they're facing map point here.
The
Bro
only
went
moment-
bro went for the no
Can
socks.
you do enough
The
play
only
around
moment
with the
the
chess
coaches
game that has
have
been
camera time, the
this
guy
offensive
decides
tempo?
to show.
You know, initially in pistols,
That's
anti-ecos,
outrageous,
low
man.
buys, they're getting held at the gates because of all of the defensive mollies and defensive utility that kind of controls that entryway. But if you can start to build up some of these
Comes the
ultimates,
grab net
start
over
to put
towards
something
long.
in your favor, besides just the weaponry, can you turn this game mentally back
Oh,
into your
boys,
favor?
you guys are about to get caught. There it goes.
Coming off this timeout.
I mean, it's going to be 4 gun rounds, including this
Now
one
what?
that All Knights would have to fight against in theory. Eventually, like, we're going to have Showstopper. We're going to have Thrash
lot of
online in some
tools,
of those
yeah.
rounds. Hard to win against those. Okay, Tinchoff.
That's a
Trading blows to the right.
attack smoke. They
Comes out.
smoke themselves
To the
to
better.
isolate
Doesn't
the
really gain
fight.
anything from that. Just probing, trying to keep
Yeah,
those two
yeah,
players
you
over at A
lock 'em
interested
in
while
there.
this happens to be
The whole plan is to lock them in,
removed here.
and then hopefully they give you
Clean
picks.
work now for All Knights. That's what they
If
want.
not, you Sky
Again, the
Flash
economy
send
doesn't
in
matter so much.
sight.
So they lose one round, they're done. So it doesn't matter if they lose guns here. They want to try and keep rifles flowing as much as they can. And if they win, that won't be an issue.
Yeah. Should be the round. Barrier mesh blocking off main. This is going to be Rude and Urango just trying to forfeit their lives to the spike. Should be fine to do that. And not much to learn from that round in particular. Galorys just try to get some sort of a cheeky angle peek, try to play with timing with Evil Kick. Doesn't work out, he gets caught, and then the follow-up angles are also kind of decimated immediately. And we're getting aggressive.
I think it's kind of crazy, right? Is if you actually gave him a pistol, maybe this map would have been close.
Orb cancellation. So
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Sabando, orbital strike at the ready. At least something to work with. But a long road ahead of them, and no mistakes
that
can
was
be afforded,
Sky
especially
out
like you mentioned, when
for
ultimates
the-
start to come online for the defense.
The attack. Those kills.
All right. That was probably the expected round to win there for All Knights.
I mean, maybe there's a
Galorys again, a couple
chance.
away from.
Why are they
Showstopper.
dragging it
Thrash
out?
still a ways off here, but All Knight's definitely still online for this comeback. Adversely here, trying to really immerse himself
Over
in these
towards
next few
long
rounds.
again.
And the monitor.
We only have 2 defaults with the deadlock comp.
Rather, the Viper's Pit, excuse me. The Nightfall available.
Guys
Here
can't
comes the
fight that.
Long.
No way we get caught by this still.
The grab net, Rude, in the grab net,
It's like
baby.
the fourth,
There you go.
maybe
No free
fifth
orbs.
time they did it.
You touch one of those orbs, you're getting grabbed net orbital strike. Get off the map.
That's a big punish, and honestly, a worthwhile use of that orbital strike at best. It's often speculative in value, or to interrupt a plant from wingman or such.
Dude, if I'm the coach of this guy, I'm furious, man.
Viper's Pit over towards A
How
here.
have
This
you
has
been
definitely
caught
slowed
from
things
that?
up
They
for
have
AK.
2 defaults. We've gone
They
over all the
can challenge this
defaults.
if they want to. I mean, with this position, you can start to break this down a touch. Try to force maybe some extra defensive consideration over towards A. I'm actually a little surprised they won't commit one of Sabando's smokes to kind of block off half of it and keep the defense more interested and then eventually isolate over towards Hookah, but this will be one of those gut check, just kind of overall hits. And it's just going to flat out come down to, can you hit your shots if you're Galorys? It's a 2v4.
I've got your
Yeah, they're out of
trail.
time to get more information. Seekers
30
here.
seconds left.
So I tell a lie. Evil Kick getting
Oh.
a spot on that
Oh,
one first.
oh, oh.
Nightfall thrown, and the attack is coming
Oh,
from
this
the
gets a
B-main,
little
and
bit
someone's got his elbow. Okay. Pretty strong positioning for All Knights, but Evil Kick still playing out in the open. Dante has to challenge it, and he's not ready for the play that stuck his way in.
Oh,
What a
Now playing
shot,
on the
man.
side properly. And wow, is that a post-plant deadlock wall?
Sure
Oh, he's
is.
seeing
10
it.
seconds
Round win.
left.
Unreal. Value town, baby.
he
Galorys
can
have to save.
go on a hook. I pick up his trip
Round
too.
win. Toss barrier
got
mesh
there.
into
We
B-long.
got
Win.
there.
Yep.
Oh boy.
And that's, to be fair, it's an expensive round still for All
That's
Knights.
what,
You had to use
2
orbital
ults
strike, you
for
had to
the
use
defense,
Seekers, so
and
again,
they
their
lost.
information
Yeah,
gathering
no,
has
it was
not
a
been
big, it
necessarily
was a
strong,
big
but
loss. But
you
dude,
see
the
more on
brim,
the
the
map.
brim should not be getting
Yeah, no,
caught,
the
Going
man.
to be the
brim.
greatest purchase
The
coming
brim
up
should
for
not be
Galorys,
getting
you
caught.
would figure, especially with Urango on low
Crazy.
overall count. But
Even if we were learning
again, the thing
on the
is,
fly and it was the
I
first
talked about
time
this
I've
once
ever seen a
before in the group
comp,
stage.
I would
Galorys
still
can just keep
be
stacking up and playing for an
annoyed
ultimate
that
win
someone
map,
got caught
a
by
round
this.
rather. You know,
Let alone
Showstopper,
seeing like
Orbital
10
Strike,
deadlock comps on this
Thrash.
map and
Those are all
them
win
only ever being
condition-based
2
ultimates when
defaults.
used with one another. So that's still in the back pocket for Galorys. You don't like to see them step off the gas too much to just play for that alone, but it is a get out of jail free card in at least some ways.
4 more rounds.
They could actually do this.
With one now
This would
coming up
be
as a half buy,
wild
given the Galorys save.
because they
those
don't
two
know how to
Vandals.
play against it.
This is starting to become a little more possible.
They
Less
kinda
of just an outside chance
depend on
here.
a
There's
hero
been confidence
play
here for All Knights.
to
They're
win.
ticking over.
Yeah.
This is a team, by the way, they talk so much smack.
Which one we going for?
You know, in their
Will
last
we
game.
fake
I
it?
think it's because they have bad blood
Fake
with Greta,
the grav
personally,
net
but
with
they
the
have not
smoke,
been
we
doing that.
dog,
They
but then we...
very focused here. Oh, they just ruined it. Oh, the show's done.
Oh,
Ah, that was unlucky, man. That was a nice play from Dante. That was cool.
Stim going to be thrown down. Give Sato the edge.
This is good though. They decided to go aggro on
Now,
the
All
defense
Knights down to 3.
instead of going
The
on
game.
to the sides and
Galorys here, prowl over towards
Catching
the
a grab net. Guys, guys.
For 2. Now the numbers favour All Knights. They've come back into this.
What
The
are
barrier
we
mesh
doing?
being thrown down over towards Vents means the Galorys have to play from heaven.
That was the craziest Raze interaction I've seen maybe ever. And now it's down to, you gotta break the barrier mesh. Yeah, and this
What
is not
is
gonna happen.
going on?
Barrier mesh wins rounds.
Bro,
I mean,
they...
that initially, in what is
You
a
gotta
half
be
by
nervous
round
now.
for Galorys
I'm the
is
coach.
perfect
I am
storm.
nervous, bro.
I mean, you avoid the initial 1v1, you turn
Wait.
it into a showstopper mishap. Your
Oh.
Wait.
not done yet, by the way. Flashes out, now
Bro,
just down to
it's
1 keep
Gecko.
out of the Dizzy.
Nico shot Dizzy.
Oh, that's unlucky, man. Dude, someone... No matter what, this guy needs to get picked up for next year. He's a
Galorys,
beast.
yeah, sure enough can buy, but this margin
He's a
is
really
closing
nice
up
try.
awfully quickly, and there's plenty of money for all nights to go around.
Oh my god. This initially
Make
is
this
just
a fake comeback. I'll be so mad.
I know it. That is bananas, though, out of Sato. Legitimately doing a lot of it.
Fake
just on his
comeback?
own.
I
He had
don't know,
support
man. It
nearby,
feels like it
but
has
that
legs,
was
but
all just
they
Sato
should
by
also be
himself.
looking at the
initial
rounds where they went
flashback
aggro and
plays
be
are
like, well, we had a
crazy,
lot of
sidestepping showstoppers,
had a lot of success
Gets them
going
up in
aggro.
no
Maybe
fly
we just do that
zone.
again.
unreal things. But now, orbital strike at the ready. Thrash nearby for Urango. Weapons in hand for Galorys. But it does nearly bankrupt them. So again, another important round here in terms of what do you use if you can get
I don't
Urango
think
a Thrash,
Adverso
maybe you
held
use it in
his
combination
Gravnet
with the
for
orbital
more
strike.
than
Maybe you
like
save
3
it for what would be
seconds
a
every
12
round.
No,
try
they
to
never
avoid
do,
overtime
man.
situation
It's
for
it's
you.
it's,
literally
it's an
throws
insta-send,
off the
insta-send.
barrier-
Yeah.
Orbital strike here for
off the
Rude.
barrier every round.
So far, it's just going to be that annoying one-way smoke over to short. AK want to take their time this round. Look at where the trap wires are. They're deep anti-flank
Too
traps.
soon.
It's
on
seem
the
that way,
molly.
but they've actually sent someone through the TP. That's Nico. Going to rattle the cage over
But
on the
this
near
guy
side.
could really own
Right
this
up the
round.
locals. And here it is. He's going to stop the plants. The bomber should have
Yeah,
just
they
stopped
ulted before the tether, though.
But now time starts to become a concern.
Yeah, very much
Sonic
is-
sensor deployed inside U-Haul here.
Yeah, barrier mesh is going to get avoided though with that orbital strike
Guys,
being
someone
placed,
shoot
they can
this
break
wall.
through it. So there's an opportunity to still work this back. If you are the defensive Galorys, they find the first blood on the
They've got
retake.
to go.
Why?
They've got to make a move here. They're going to just try and take a fight. No, they leave Dante Deus behind.
No way.
But he had the shorty the whole
That's
time.
crazy.
So down, and now
Oh
they're
my...
clearing
Whoa,
highlights. They've got their B-side dead to
whoa.
rights, and Dante's not
What a
done.
shot.
Janitor on duty, folks. And Rude has to try and find a way out of this one. Dance with
Whoa.
the devil.
Oh, okay, this guy's really, really good.
Stupid. How does he win that with a shorty? I mean, you got to be feeling like if you were to pause, you'd be like, oh no, I'm scared. I got no ammo left. All I got is a shorty. Take this, 2 in the chest.
Bro, he had
Later.
ammo, did he
Like,
not?
Unreal.
He went for an
think he
early
had.
reload,
That
I
is
thought.
the definition of a hero play from Dante. Maybe a little bit of blessing because the shorty hits like a freight train. If he
I mean, if I'm
loses
calling
that,
it-
it's done. I mean, legitimately, it's done. Unbelievable
Guys,
from
it's
Dante.
4-person push long.
If I'm in this position, I'm calling attack pause to order my IV for the next morning. To make sure I'm recovering. This is going to be wild. 2 rounds away from forcing overtime are All Knights. And Galorys have their last tack pause of regulation to figure this out.
I agree. Lucky.
They've been all over the place.
Like,
Yeah.
this
All Knights
this
placed
pause
those
feels
two
so
deep
late.
anti-flank traps. Push Dante up.
No, but
the
he did
fight
do
started.
one,
It was the
like,
most
4 rounds
ridiculous
ago.
anime battle I've seen.
And then they did,
Wins
and then
out with
after
the
that, they
shorty.
did like the play on short, right? Where they went aggro, did they not?
Nuts game.
then
Absolutely
they
ridiculous.
had
This is our second map of the
Yeah,
series.
Two
I think so,
opening
yeah.
kills, and
Fighting
then
to
they
end
were
it
just
here.
out in the
And
middle
here's the
of...
thing, orbital strike
front
was used
spot.
by the defense right there, so that's an ultimate
Yeah,
off the table.
yeah, I think
They're
you're
not
right.
going to be in a good financial spot to purchase. We're going to be looking at what, again, should be a 12-11 count with either you win it to avoid overtime and send us to a
Where
third
were
map,
we?
or
8
go
chances.
OT with the
8 chances
potential of
down to
being sent
2.
the lower bracket to beat M80, which is not going to feel good to have your lower round 1 matchup be versus M80. So
What's their money?
wow, how things have changed so quickly.
Oh god, the money's in the
The
bin.
issue here is that you're
There's 2
obviously
chances
on
left, the
limited
money's
fight.
in
You
the
just have
bin.
to thrash.
We
There's
go
nothing
for
else
the...
even close. So
We go for the one over towards
annihilation,
showers.
possibility of a
And they do the
neural
deep
death
one
from
again,
mid-drop
because
line.
they
Maybe
have
even
their
another
ult.
Seekers for Nico, depending
This
on
time
how
they
the round goes.
faked it a little bit with a dog. They tried to fake their original ult rounds.
Yields nothing. And they left
And
their
I
A side
actually,
pretty
and I
close.
actually go up towards short.
He's going to have to plant his feet here and
It's
dig
nice.
in. He's going to allow the plant to happen here. If someone steps up, he gets stinger value.
What the hell is that molly gun?
Find a timing and off angle because All Knights have not cleared this. They have not cleared this part of the map. Now they've done so.
Yeah, the barrier to block off. Yeah, plus the grab net. This is looking good.
I respect it. Secure this. Sabano down to 1 though. Yeah, he needs to get out. Try and hold on that gun if he can.
Oh yeah.
There's an annihilation available here for Averso. Pretty nice for the next round, if I'm honest with you. Okay. Little swing there from Rude and leaves Durango, the last man standing.
Look at him.
An unbelievably one-sided game. We were done. We were talking
Nice
about
trade,
the next
man.
round
Okay,
already, and
I'm
now
curious to
All Knights
see
are
now
1
1.
away from forcing us
what
into
the
overtime
plans
and
will be.
bind.
Like defense has
There are so many things we have to
Gecko,
consider for
attack
this
has
round.
dead lockouts.
The annihilation, it gives you another thing for post-plant security.
'Cause,
If you can get the plant down,
we
you can
agree
stall
that
a little bit longer, throw a
defense
blind
should play a
annihilation,
little
see if you
more
can wrap someone
aggro.
up and stay off the post-plant a little bit
You
longer in terms
just
of the retake.
fourth or
For
free person
Galorys,
send it down
do
towards
you
long,
wanna
no
use
matter
the
what you
thrash
retake with
maybe
fish shot.
early to take away the map and force the hand of All Knights'
I think
offense
they're
to go
going
one way or the
aggro
other.
They're
main.
going
It's
aggro
A.
short
They've got
or
double
middle,
traps that
yeah.
are down. So
Dude,
there
if
might be
this
a battle
Brim
right here as soon as
eats
the barrier
this
strike
grav
ends.
net, I'm gonna be
Don't go for the
furious.
retake, I think. You can't afford it against a
I
deadlock
swear to
comp.
God, bro.
Here we go.
I need you to move.
Look at him.
Going down, Rude caught out inside.
How?
Annihilation. Looks like Claude onto Orango. It's unclear. Sabano fighting tooth and nail there over on 8 short, and someone's still inside the annihilation.
Oh
Orango saved
my,
him.
they actually
Rude
did
gets
it.
taken down.
And my Gecko
The
never
Galorys are down
used
to
my
2
ult.
players left. Side is smoked. No plant just yet. The last 2 defenders coming out here through vents, but they've got to break through the barrier mesh.
Gecko
It's up
was
to
so
Eagle.
committed
Do you know the
to try-
problem?
To bail
The problem
Galorys
is
out of this
both of these teams
situation.
have
All
some of the
Knights with 4.
worst defense bind I've ever seen.
Luke
Because this
steps up, but he
overtime
can't see
might
down.
never
He's got a
end.
player inside U-Haul. He
Because I
can't
do not
fight
have
up
any
with him.
faith that
He can't
in a
cross
buy v
fire.
buy,
Averso
they will win
waits
defense rounds.
and finds his moment to spring forth. And all the hopes for Galorys in regulation hang on. Evil kick shoulders, but he's spotted out. Molly to
It's
the
all
side.
about
That's gonna delay it.
who
He's gonna
gets
back
the
away.
hero
And
out
Averso
It's
first.
literally
behind
about
the
whoever
boxes.
hero plays on
And
defense.
somehow against the odds, all Knights have forced this. to
That's
overtime.
crazy.
And 11 and 3
Eight.
down. With the crowd behind him, they fight back.
8.
Overtime.
Unreal stuff. And a moment in there where it looked like there was just not good delineation of comms.
There are
Galorys.
tanking
Are we
grav
fighting
nets on
through
the
mid?
head,
Are we
man.
fighting in showers?
They're
It was
trying
kind
to
of both
catch
at the
them.
same time. The annihilation makes a mess
They're
of it. Durango
trying to
doesn't know which
catch
direction to
them.
look. He tries to force himself over towards showers, but
How
there's
are
not
te-
an
how-
entryway.
how are
He
teams
gets
doing
crunched on
this,
through
man?
mid. It's just kind of a moment where he's stuck in no man's land with really
I'm,
no certainty of which direction he needs to help. Do I
I'm
help my
mind
teammate
blown.
in annihilation, or do I forfeit him, try to play for some mid-map control, and then come back to showers? He doesn't know, and he's caught between decisions, and that leads to All Knights with all eyes set towards A, breaking it down. But now we
They've gotta
swap
start
the
on
sides back
defense.
and forth again. What do they do on defense to try to catch an edge and keep the momentum in their favor?
You
Only
know
trap
what?
here over towards showers, but I
No
don't
one
think
bought
Galorys
an
gonna
off.
give them anything there.
Maybe that's the
Instead, an
issue.
off angle held inside hookah by Sabando.
We
Risking
haven't
it
seen an op the
can be
whole game.
easily cleared.
Oh, hold up. This defense isn't too bad because they have a
Team Drop
trip
is
in
following it
hookah.
as well.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
No
I take it all
adversary
back.
to be in a
They
forward
can actually
position
do
to
it.
Give the game away.
Oh.
This is tense. There goes the spike loose.
Down.
Simon Cage also popped up, and all that Sada can do is get the spike and get out for now.
It's the one round that Galorys decide instead of playing on the outside of the
Yeah,
map, which
they
had for
actually trapped
free,
hookah.
They get dissuaded by a early barrier mesh.
Because what I
drop
would always
over
do is
towards
I'd always
showers. They
trap
try to play
hookah
through
and then I
hookah.
would
That's
have
the
like
one
a
time
grav
that there's a
net,
double crossfire
the
setup.
other trip
We have
here.
yet to see that
So when
from
they
All
shoot
Knights,
this, they get
and
stunned
for
no
it to
matter what,
work
then you
out,
can just swing off it, you always
feels
get a
like a bit of a
kill.
blessing. Now 5v4. Galorys
But
will
this-
have to
I
make
mean,
a
this
decision.
is
They're trying
a
to
good
avoid
step
all of the
on the way
sentinel setup
there.
over towards A and take
They get
their
early
40
info
question mark
towards
here on the B
long.
site where there's a spy cam to read it first.
Rotate comes
Starts to clear
in.
the trap
How
wire
many
there.
brim
Who's
smokes we
attack
got
up?
left? One?
A blast pack, getting rid of that. Oh my no!
Bend it, man. There's your last brim. Oh my god, they've actually got the defense round. They've actually done it. They've actually done it, bro. From 12-4 down. This is crazy.
10 health. And watching a tsunami about to crash upon him. Now we dot the I's, cross the T's, and Evil Kick can sit and ponder. What exactly is
How on
before
earth are they
him
going to
and
win the
his team?
defense round?
Unreal.
A nightmare.
Unreal.
The coaches, bro.
The perfect storm for a setup.
The
Now we're
coaches
all
are giving it.
But the spike is
They're
peeking
both
first.
standing up.
It tries to just raw contact through hookah, which to be fair is a position that they've had some contest in. Not having any of it, they're thinking maybe we can walk down. You see the early barrier mesh towards showers. We found a lot of success on offense over
The
towards A.
coaches
Maybe
are
they're stacking. We could just
so
walk into
bummed.
hookah. But wouldn't you know, it's the one round that All Knights have a double crossfire setup And it
Viper.
turns into first blood plus
Do
summon
not eat
Spike and
this.
watching Hookah afterwards. And now
Yes.
they go to their stronger side.
No, think of the safe
Could
zone.
it possibly be the full bounce back after being down
Okay.
11 to
He
3?
missed.
In between rounds, Adversa was trying to tell his team to stay calm. Keep that composure. They're so
Oh,
close
oh,
here.
oh,
Luxo's
the
gonna
bait.
be forced away by the blast pack. Evil King is
Oh.
isolated, but Nico is out in the open. They can try and clear this with a double swing.
Okay.
And they
Okay.
do.
They've
Numbers
actually
even up
done a
now,
lot better than
Luxo also
normal.
Come off pretty poorly after that
Yeah,
first engagement.
that's
Down
true.
42.
I mean, he got one and he pulled out like 2
This
extra
is the
pieces of
difficult
utility.
degree
Yeah,
because
yeah.
You got the one kill, sure, but
Did the Gravnet hit the
without any
roof?
actual information inside
Yeah,
of
it hit the
main,
roof.
Oh, this could be interesting.
I
because
think
Rude
they
has
would have
not given
dodged
up
it
showers.
anyway.
Smoke will come
But-
down. It's just a fake, but him being in that position at showers reads that this is just one person. We don't have to flex the defense around. You still have a lot of molly action, plus things
didn't buy
like
it.
the Dizzy for Urango over towards B. The defense is set up to deal with it. It just comes down to the timing and if they hit their shots.
Sabano comes back around. Very elaborate attempt at selling a fake, and they're still giving this to
2 on
Galorys
site, and they
today.
both play back a
This is
site.
the time to
It's
strike Four Knights.
relatively
This is
hard.
the opening.
A lot about after the Gecko
30 seconds
flash.
left.
Urango juggling that. What's the go signal here? Some spray.
Molly
They're waiting for the
long.
wall to come down, then they're gonna go. Yes.
For the
they're
wall.
already ready with the stim beacon.
Wait, Molly
And they're
long
off
before
to
the
it.
wall.
There's a
Where's
timing
Molly
hit,
gone?
There's a clock. There's gonna be a player pushing in from Hookah behind them. It's gonna be Sato. Dangerous, but Adverso is ready for
Oh my god,
him.
they're TPing
Tries to
with,
take a
they're
run,
TPing with
but
10
Urango
seconds
over the
left.
course of this map, it's tough to be in.
Holy
10
hell, this
seconds
is
left, they're
nuts.
going for a plan.
Like a
Rude
stim
in a
pack
position to
race.
disrupt this, but they can plant safely behind this cover. Dante
why?
Deus, the plant goes down, and it's a 3v2 favoring the attackers.
Oh my god, this is nuts. It's so nuts.
Now Sabando.
Brim
Please
and
showers
Raze
out.
are one off fault.
It's Urango and Luke Show, the latter, down to 42 health.
Ah, come on, man. That's
And all
mean.
Knights up on the corner. Dirty stuff. Luke Show goes down.
Wow.
Dante plays off the angle.
Wait,
and Urango's
wait,
caught
man.
in the middle of
Oh my
the
god.
site.
Oh, oi, oi, oi.
And
Not
he
again.
has no choice but to step up. Baits a shot from Tinchoff. It's good.
He has 6
Urango at
bullets, the
49.
other guy.
In the 1 versus 2, but time is of the essence.
After
Can do it
6
because
bullets.
it's tapped. Yeah.
It's being covered from Shower.
Damn,
Wow.
bro. 8. It was 12-4. They got 10 in a row.
11 to 3 deficit.
10 in a row.
And make their way
That's a
clear.
crazy way to do it.
What a story for this home region team.
Van City was right, I guess.
Van City was right. But man, they were tanking them, bro. They were killing me a little bit.
I mean,
They were killing me.
a 9